So here we are again, coming to you from the Pacific Northwest Muay Thai camp on Ajahn Chai Sirsut. And I actually had a really great opportunity to meet someone who, you know, we have multiple posters of him in our very own gym, and his reputation has preceded him. I've heard lots and lots of great things about him through Ajahn Chai, through a lot of our peers, my peers. And finally kind of got a chance to meet him in person, Khuen Khru Bryan Popejoy. He has a gym in Hermosa Beach Boxing Works in Hermosa Beach, California. So if you catch this video and you're in that area and interested in learning more about Muay Thai or about the TBA in particular, look him up, Boxing Works, Khru Bryan Popejoy. And he's going to just share a couple of his insights, and I guess I'll just turn the time over to him at this point.
Good day. We're going to work some of your, pardon me, catch for the round kick, specifically round kick to the body. Just a few of the catches, some of the subtle ways to catch it, so you're not taking as much damage, and then some counters you can do off of it. So turn around this way. One variation, just make sure as you make that catch, guys, use that other hand to come across the side of your body to help kind of muffle that kick, so it'll help absorb a little bit of it, so you're not just taking it on the body. And you incorporate that with a little side step, so you're going to move in the direction of the kick. So let's say if we've got right kick coming from midsection, I don't want to just stand and let that bounce off me. That's worst case scenario. I'm going to take the brunt of that. And if I stand, or I'm sorry, kick again please. If I just take the side step, that helps out a lot. But just by adding this extra little bit of, again, a little catch, a little buffer with that rear hand coming out, boom, here as I make that catch, it helps kind of stifle it a little bit. Maybe give you a different angle, so you can see how that hand's going to come across. And again, it's not something that I'm going to boom, leave there for very long. It's a quick little meet, and then bring it back, because you never know, there might be something else coming after that. You can even punch from here, come closer, and try to do some damage. But obviously if I leave that hand on that position for too long, I'm asking to be countered in some way, shape, or form. So in terms of after that catch, a few things you can do. We'll catch, boom. After that, we're going to take just a little half step back, kind of let the kick fall into my palm. And then from there, it's just a little toss. And then all sorts of places to counter. You can go to the leg, you can go to the body, you can come off of that punching, you can step in the knee, we kind of leave that up to you. But it's basically a catch, boom, catch and throw. And it's the same on the other side as well. Catch, throw it to the side. A couple other things. Catch again, or kick again. Step, muffle it, reach in. Now the important one on this one, say we're going to go knee to the body. If you don't get a good attachment, you'll have a tendency to go upward, and generally speaking, you'll probably miss. So what you want to do is, boom, shelf them a little bit. Put a little weight on their neck, head, or shoulder. So that makes a nice little pocket there for you to drive that knee in. So again, quite often catch, if I just try to go straight up, you'll miss the target because they're still standing upright. Okay? I jumped ahead of myself a little bit. A few little subtle things after you make that catch, some mistakes that people will often make, is they'll catch and they'll have a very loose grip. And let me turn a little bit so you can see it in the camera. From here, if you want your leg back, you can have it. You just turn out, pull it out, and it's yours, and it's a missed opportunity. So you want to make sure that as you make that catch, move this line, swing down, pull the thing tight, close to my body, okay? And the other little subtle piece, if you really want to unbalance them, is as you make that catch, what I want to do is lift. And that puts you in a really, really unbalanced, really precarious situation, which makes any sort of counterattack a lot easier for me. Because if you're fighting for balance, you're not thinking about anything else but regaining your balance. That's, I think, just a natural reaction. If you're worried about balance, you're not worried so much about what's coming to you next. So, a couple of tidbits, little things to think on. So, what did we do so far? We caught, we'll catch, and throw it away, and counter. And again, you can go anywhere with that as long as it's a legal target. We'll catch and knee, catch, reach in, shelf it, pull knee, and then let's do one more. So we'll go catch, boom, and we're gonna low kick across the front of the leg. But at the same time I do this, I want to post with the hand, the same side I'm kicking with, and that'll help you to kind of want to dump that person. Sorry about that.
No, that's fine. That's great. Go ahead and put a little bit.
No, I don't want to. it's so uncomfortable out here, you know, the dirt and grass and stuff. So we'll go again one more time. So catch, lift a bit, and then this is pretty much low across the front of the leg, so it's sort of a sweeping motion, and then knocks it out from under him. And I don't want to again get too violent out here with that. Little tidbit on that, with that post, that opposite hand, you want to pull or push the head in the opposite direction the leg is getting dumped, and that just helps obviously create a little lever to make them fall down a little easier. It's usually not a big damaging type of technique, but you know, shows a little bit of dominance. And say from an MMA perspective, obviously you put them on the ground, you can, you know, do what you like to do from there. So.
I think that's one of my, that's actually one of my favorite types of technique. Any type of sweeping or cutting kick that knocks him down.
It's a good time.
I really like it because even if it's not necessarily physically damaging, it's so psychologically damaging.
So.
It's so hard to get up underneath someone who just put you on your face.
I agree.
And even, you know, it might not hurt their leg, but in the deep rounds, when you're already huffing and puffing, trying to get back up is so difficult. And then trying to think about, well, last time I kicked, I got dumped. It makes that much more incentive for that guy to just kind of shell up and take punishment at that point. But I'm going to ask you one more time, if you wouldn't mind just throwing it and go ahead, just. I'll be okay. I'll be okay.
Oh, good Lord.
I trust you.
Oh boy. All right.
So here we go, and this is the finished product. I'm here. Yep.